Welcome to my live session. Welcome. For everyone who is here, welcome. Yeah, some of you didn't click this live by accident. You felt pulled, and you don't know why yet. This is faceless, this is quiet, and this is intentional. You don't need to talk. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to perform. Just stay. Just listen. Just be here. And if you're just joining, you've not missed much yet. You arrived just on time. Just on time. Yeah. This is not a motivational live. I'm not here to hype you up or tell you everything will magically work out. I'm here to talk about something we all live with, but rarely name. Tonight is about weights. Those weights we carry. The kind you carry silently. The kind that no one sees. The kind you get used to holding until it becomes normal. If at any point this feels familiar, you don't need to say anything. Recognition is enough. Recognition is enough. There is a certain role that people fall into without choosing. You're the responsible one, you're the mature one, you're the understanding one, you're the one who adjusts, you're the one who keeps things together. I'm sure that you've seen them everywhere. You've seen them in different places, in your workplace, at work. They pick up the slack quietly. Very quietly, they don't make noise about it. In your families, they keep the peace. Oh, let everyone be at peace. They shrink themselves to make everyone be at peace. And yes, in your friendships, you also see them. You see them in friendships. They listen. They listen more than they speak. And yes, people praise them for it. I praise them for it. You praise them for it. You call them strong. You call them reliable. You call them level-headed. You call them, you say they are strong basically. Why? Because they don't complain? Yeah, they never complain, they never do. And so everyone assumes they are fine. Yeah, but there is a tiredness. That's tiredness that sleep does not fix. There is a tiredness that sleep does not fix. It's not physical. It's not physical tiredness, it's emotional. And if you've ever been called strong when you're actually exhausted, you don't have to type anything. You don't have to type anything. You don't have to say anything. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay. You're not alone in that. I'm going to tell you about someone I observed. I'm going to tell you about someone I know. For this person, it started early. They learned that being useful keeps them safe. Oh, when you're useful, everyone likes you. Oh, when you're needed, when they are needed, it makes them feel valuable. So they got used to adapting. They got used to being useful, being there for everybody. Maybe they want to be loved, maybe not. Maybe it just gives them a sense of responsibility. I don't know. So they adapted, they listened more, they didn't ask for much. There are people like that. They don't ask for much, they're always there for everybody. And they're just there. They learn how to hold things together. They are the one keeping the family bond. During Christmas, they're the one keeping the peace. Oh, I don't want this person to get hurt. I don't want this one to get hurt. And they are just there. They are just there. They are just there. They learned that being useful kept them safe. So they listened more. They asked for less. They learned how to hold things together. And it worked. It worked. People leaned on them. But no one ever asked how heavy it was becoming. Over time, something changed. They stopped noticing their own needs. Maybe not intentionally. They just stopped noticing. It just became the background noise. That noise that is there, but no one really pays attention to. They're always available for people. They're always understanding. They're always adjusting. And slowly, people stop checking in. Not because those people were wicked or cruel, but because sometimes when you're strong, your strength makes people forget that you are human. Let that sit. Sometimes your strength makes people forget that you're human. And then each and every time someone asks them for help, without asking, every time someone is asking for help and no one is asking, how are you doing? The little questions. How are you faring? How are you doing? What's going on with you? Are you fine? Are you good? No one is asking them that. But everyone is asking them for something. No one is checking on them. And it still goes back to what I said about strength making people forget that you are human. And then a moment came. It's just one moment. Someone asks, "Oh, how are you? Can I?" You ask them for help, and you don't ask how they're doing, and something inside them just snaps. And then you just go, I can't keep doing this. I'm sure some of you must have felt that moment. That internal sentence you never said out loud, that internal thing you never said out loud. Someone must have felt it. You don't need to explain it. Awareness is just enough. At least just to know. Being aware is enough. And this is what they realized. They realized that being strong without rest, being strong, being available for people without resting is self-abandonment. You're abandoning yourself. You're putting yourself down to raise people up. Being strong without rest is self-abandonment. Being understanding without boundaries, with time, it becomes resentment. You understand, oh, I understand, no problems, I understand, no problem. And you don't have boundaries with your understanding, it leads to resentment. When you are always the one being needed without being cared for, it leaves you empty. It leaves you empty. When your understanding It leaves you empty. It leaves you empty. It leads to emptiness. And silence, when everywhere is silent, it doesn't always mean peace. It doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes for some people, silence means that you learned that speaking costs too much. When you speak, it costs you a lot. Hello, AB. Hello, Malo Humphrey. Hello, William Joshua. I see you. I see you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Silence doesn't always mean peace. And when people leave certain situations, it's not because they stopped loving. It's not because they stopped loving. Sometimes they leave because they stopped recognizing themselves. Sometimes they leave because they don't know who they are anymore. They don't know who they are anymore. And so when people leave, it doesn't necessarily mean that they stop loving. It doesn't necessarily mean that they stop loving. Some people just want to get themselves. They want to know themselves. They want to recognize. They want to look in the mirror and recognize who they are seeing. Now, if this is you, you don't need to fix anything this night. You don't need to fix everything tonight. The awareness, knowing, self-awareness is enough for tonight. You don't need a big decision. You don't need to take one giant step today. No. You just need to notice. Notice those areas where you give without receiving. Notice where without receiving. Notice where you give without receiving. Notice those areas where you shrink to make peace. You try to avoid trouble. I just don't want to be part of this. Notice those areas where you shrink to make peace. Notice those areas where your silence has been mistaken for strength. I want you to be aware. Being aware of those areas is not weakness. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're weak. Not at all. It's the beginning of honesty. And you need it. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. Being aware is not weakness. If you don't take anything away from this life, I want you to take that with you. Being aware is not weakness. Be aware. Notice those areas where you give without receiving. Notice those areas where you shrink to keep peace. Notice where your silence has been mistaken for strength. Notice being aware is not weakness. And being aware is enough. It's a step. It's a step to freedom. If you're carrying more than you can share, it doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're falling. Be gentle with yourself after this. Be gentle with yourself. I don't know how many times I want to say be gentle with yourself. If you're carrying more than you can share, it does not mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're failing. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. I can't explain this enough. Sometimes you need peace. Sometimes you need quiet. Sometimes you need this silence. Just sit still. Sometimes sitting still is the step to living. Notice those areas. Be self-aware. Be self-aware. Be self-aware. Be self-aware. It's the beginning of honesty. You need that to be honest. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. If you're carrying more than you can share, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means that you're surviving quietly. It means you're surviving. You've carried more than you can share for so long, and you are still here. You are still standing. You are surviving. You are surviving. You are good. You are good. You are fine. You are not failing. You are not failing. Be self-aware. Be self-aware. And I'm sure some people are asking why it's faceless. Yeah, some conversations don't need faces. They just need truth. And that's it. Some conversations don't need faces, they need truth. They need honesty. You just need someone to know that they are there with you. You need to know that you are not alone. And believe me, you are not alone. You are not by yourself. You are not by yourself. You are not by, even when sometimes it feels like you are by yourself, you are not by yourself. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to be honest with you. You are not by yourself. Things will not magically work out automatically. Things will not work out immediately. But you need to be aware enough to know that, oh, I am drowning. I am drowning. I'm struggling to keep my head above the waters. You need to be self-aware enough to know that you are drowning and you need someone with you. You need someone who can pull your head above the water. You need someone. Sometimes all you need is someone to see you. Someone to see you. Someone to see you. Sometimes you just want someone to see you. You want someone to know. You want someone to see you. So yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. To talk about something that we all live with. But we can't name. Sometimes you're going crazy. You're going gaga in your head, and you're wondering, what does? Am I alone? No, you're not alone. You're not alone. We all live with it. Sometimes we can't put a name to it. We don't know where to start from. We cannot just name it. But it doesn't mean you are alone. You are not alone. We all carry weights. And sometimes we just need someone to see us. We need someone to see us, help us, pull us out of the water that is drowning us. You are not alone. Believe me. You are not alone. You are not alone. Those weights that you carry silently, those weights that no one sees, the kind that you just got used to holding and then you think it's normal. It just became normal over time. I know, but the weight has become normal. No, it shouldn't be. And if you're here, you don't need to say anything. You do not need to say anything. You just need to know that someone sees you. And yeah, I see you. That's all I'm here to tell you. I'm not going to hype you up. I'm not going to tell you that I have the answers to all your questions. But I see you. I hear you. I feel you. And that recognition for some, it's enough. If at any point it feels familiar, you don't need to see anything. 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 Just tap your screen. Just tap your screen. I'm here. You don't need to see anything. You don't need to see anything. Sometimes we try to be everything for everyone. We try to be everything. We try to be there. We try to be responsible for them. We try to be mature. We try to be understanding. And that even applies in our relationship. We are just there for them. We shrink ourselves to make other people sin. And for whatever reason, it has become normal to us. And that is not to say that we don't make sacrifices for people, but it is to say that we should love with boundaries. There should be boundaries. If there are no boundaries, it leads to resentment. William Joshua, I see you. Madam Two, I see you. Million Fingers, I see you. David Victor, I see you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate the fact that you're here. And please share our videos. Let others see. Let others see that they are not alone. We are here together. I'm here for you. I see you. I see you. You're the one who adjusts to everyone. You're the responsible one. You're the mature one. You're the understanding one. You're the one keeping things together. And sometimes you just feel so tired. You just feel weighed down. You feel so overwhelmed. And then you're there. You just want someone to hold your hands. You want a community. And that is why I'm here. That is why I'm here, to give you that community that you want. That is why I'm here, to give you the community you want. That is why I'm here. That is why I'm here. So, whatever it is, I would always come live regularly. I would try to come live regularly. But just know that I see you. If you're carrying more than you can share, endeavor, try to exercise boundary. Try. It's not easy. Sometimes we don't want to hurt the people we love. We don't want to hurt the people we love. Sometimes we do these things to make them comfortable. We don't like to see them hurt. But then when you love without boundary, you're giving room for resentment. You're giving room for resentment. Don't give room for resentment. Learn to rest. You've been strong for everyone. You've been strong. You've been the pillar holding everyone. What are you taking time to rest? Sometimes what you are is not being strong anymore. It's self-abandonment. You are abandoning yourself to please others. You understand, no boundary with your understanding. I understand. I'm good. I'm fine, I'm cool. And you're doing that without boundaries. And eventually you begin to harbor so much resentment in your heart. So much resentment, and it's not good. Not for your health, not for your person, not for your spirit. Resentment is a no. It's a no. You've always been the one being needed. You're always needed. You're always needed. No one is caring for you. And eventually you become so empty. You become so empty. And then you can't serve. You can't give from an empty cup. You cannot give from an empty cup. You're always needed. Everyone needs you. In the family, you're needed. At work, you're needed. Sometimes take a step back. Take a step back. Learn to take a pause. Take a step back. Take a step back. If you're joining us for the first time, as it should be, like, and if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming. 2026 will be big. And I mean big. By big, I mean big. 2026 will be big. Yeah. And sometimes you just want to keep the peace. And when everywhere is silent, when everywhere is quiet, you just automatically think it means no. Have you heard of the calm before the storm? Before the storm is always very quiet. It's always very calm. It's like not a sound. But then again, silence doesn't mean peace. Silence doesn't mean peace. If you're going to go with anything, go with that too. Silence doesn't mean peace. Silence doesn't mean peace. Sometimes silence is just the calm before the storm. It's a storm that will definitely come. It's a storm that will definitely come. It's a storm that will definitely come. It will come. So you don't want to just hide behind a false peace, false sense of peace. And we find this with emotionally avoidant people. You hide behind, just as long as no one is talking, as long as no one is complaining, as long as no one is saying anything, you hide behind that false sense of peace. You hide behind the false sense of peace. You hide behind the false sense of peace. No. Sometimes, in fact, silence doesn't always mean peace. It's the calm before the storm in some instance. And just know that when you join us here, you don't need the right words. I don't have the right words. And that is the honest truth. Not like there is a dishonest truth, but then you don't need the right words. You don't have to have the right things to say. I don't have the right things to say. I don't have the right words. You don't need the right words. All you need is stay. Stay. You don't even need to say anything, but just stay. Just stay. If this resonates with you, staying is enough. Staying is enough. Staying is enough. You don't need to see anything. I just need you to know that someone sees you, someone hears you, someone knows you're there, someone understands how you feel, someone understands, and that's all we need. That's all we need, basically. That's all we need. We need to know that someone is there for us, that we are not alone. Someone is here with us. We need to know that someone is here with us. And so even if you're not taking the big decisions right now, if you're not taking the big steps right now, I want you to know that being aware is enough. Being aware is enough. Malo Humphrey, thank you very much. I see you. I just want you to know that being aware, being there is enough. It's enough. So whatever it is, I see you. And just be gentle, like we said before. Just be gentle with yourself. After listening to all this, be gentle with yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Don't judge yourself too harshly. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Sometimes drop those weights. Drop them. If you're not here, someone will pick it up. And if you're not here, things will get done. Things will get done. Things will get done. Things will get done. So don't sometimes learn to say no. Learn to say, I've had enough. Learn to be tired. And by tiredness, I just don't mean learn to be tired of the overwhelming situations. Drop some weight. Drop some burdens. Some are not even yours to carry in the first place. They are not even yours to carry. But you carry them all the same. You want to be seen. You carry them all the same. You carry them all the same. They are not yours to carry in the first place. Yes, some of these things you carry are not yours to carry. Sometimes you drop them. Let them go. As that song that I love so much says, let go, let God. Let them go. With or without you, things will get done. Learn to say no. Be gentle with yourself. As I said before, I appreciate everyone who has joined this live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying. Some conversations, they don't need fixes. They just need the truth. They need someone that listens. Some conversations need someone that hears. Someone that knows. Someone that sees. And I'm going to end this live by telling you, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you very much. Do have a nice day. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you. For those in my comments, AB1, Malu Humphrey, William Joshua, Madam 2 Million Fingers, David Victor. Thank you very much. You are loved. Thank you.